Everybody, welcome to videoSongsBlog.com. I had an idea that I wanted to share with you. Here's how it goes. Record companies are more than a bank, but they're also kind of a bank because they loan $500,000 to a group of pot-smoking hippies who write songs all day, and that's a very high-risk loan. So they expect a lot in return for that loan. They expect a piece of your publishing, a piece of your merchandise, a piece of your touring. These days, most deals are 360 deals. They want 360. They want a piece of the whole pie. And they also want some creative input on your music. They want to tell you, no, we don't like those lyrics. No, we don't like that chord. No, change this melody note to that. And we're going to shape your sound. We're going to hire this producer and blah, blah, blah. And they sort of change your music around. So that's not very cool. I don't think that is really leading artists in a good direction. I don't think it's making art better. And the idea is this. What about, instead of having Capitol Records at the back bottom of your CD and Capitol Records at the top of your website and a little Capitol Records logo and a little Capitol Records URL, what if you had HP at the bottom of your CD case? Because HP is also, like a record company, a corporation, and they have money, just like a record company, and they fund endeavors, just like a record company. Some philanthropic endeavors, sometimes they fund things like OK Go, because recently they have funded some OK Go videos. OK Go made that awesome music video with, it was the Rube Goldberg machine. It was amazing. And they could not have made the video, OK Go could not have made that video without the necessary funding that HP supplied them. So at the end of their video, they said, thanks to HP for making this video possible. You guys are used to that idea. That's called corporate sponsorship. But what if we take that to a completely new level, and instead of having it be corporate sponsorship, it's total vertically integrated or horizontally integrated, one of those silly integrated words, sponsorship of a band as a record label would sponsor them or sign them. So instead of signing to a record label corporation, you sign to a non-music based corporation. And how it would work is this. You sign a contract with HP, and the contract says something like, on all of your releases, you guys have to, on all of your music releases, anything, your website, your discs, your YouTube videos, any content that you release to the public, it has to say, this content is funded by HP. That's good for HP, because then they're seen as funding cool art, especially if that band starts to do really well and tour the world. And on their tours, at the bottom of the program, it says, this band has been sponsored for the last 3 years by HP, and this band would like to thank HP for making our art possible to deliver to the world. I think there's a lot of value in that to HP if you think about the total exposure that that band can get over a 5-year period or a 10-year period or for the next 30 years or however long it is. So you'd have some kind of contract that was renewable. It's not necessarily going to lock you in for 30 years. Maybe you start out with a year, you see how the relationship goes. And it's great for the band because then the band is on salary, or maybe not salary, maybe they get some kind of incentive to maybe it's not necessarily a set figure, but let's say, for instance, it's $500,000 a year. HP is going to pay this band $500,000 a year to put their support little logo or thank you to HP, whatever, on all of their content. I think that's a great deal for the artists too, because a lot of people, I think, can't get over the mental block of, oh, I don't want to have a corporation on the back of my CD. I don't want to say that this is funded by HP. Guess what? A record label is a corporation, but they're way worse than a normal corporation because they change your music. They tell you what BPMs to write your songs at. They tell you what lyrics to write. HP wouldn't do that. The other corporations wouldn't be sticking their toes and their fingers in the creative side of your music. They would just be funding what you already do, which is very different than a lot of record deals. Okay, so that's how the basic idea would work. You would get money from a company. They would benefit by being a part of your coolness. They get to latch onto your cool a little bit, and it's not of any cost to you because they're just a normal company. If you can get over that block of them being a corporation, and just realize that in fact labels are just corporations and way worse at that, then I think it's actually a great thing for artists to be able to have that kind of funding and that kind of salary and not have to worry about all the things that artists have to worry about when they sign with a label. Basically, I'm saying, why can't artists sign with non-music corporations instead of record labels? Especially in this day and age when distribution and marketing is at the artist's fingertips more so than, or not more so than labels, because labels do offer marketing and promo. They offer that marketing machine. But artists have access to that themselves, and you can pay for all those services separately. Labels contract with third-party PR agents and booking agents and managers and promotions firms and all that kind of stuff. Those are contractors, and the label just has an arena of them, a Rolodex full of those people that they have relationships with. But you can buy those services by yourself, and HP could fund the purchase of those services. So why not? What do you guys think about that? Just curious. How would you feel if instead of having Capitol Records at the bottom of your album, if it said, "Special thanks to HP for funding this record"? Yeah? I think that could be future. I think that could be a future for artists. I think it could possibly make art better in the world. Let me know what you think.